Good morning, fourth grade. Today I'm going to take you through two problems before you finish this Nearpod lesson. The first problem I'm going to do is multiplying a four-digit number by a one-digit number. Okay, so I'm going to take a number like 5,644. I'm going to write it right here, 5,644, and I'm going to multiply it by 6. So this is one of the student expectations that you have for fourth grade. You must know how to do this. Now, I've got a couple tricks up my sleeve that always help me. So if I have trouble with my multiplication facts, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come next to this. I know that I have to multiply every digit up here times 6. So I better know my sixes. Now, sixes is one of the facts, the multiplication facts that give kids a lot of trouble. So what I do is I come over here and I just quickly write my sixes. That way I have them, and if I need them, I just go over here and grab the fact that I need. Now remember, when I say the multiples of 6, I just mean that I'm counting on by sixes. So I'm just going to go up to the 10th one. Now I've got everything that I'd have to know about sixes for this problem. Now I'm ready to begin. I'm going to start in the ones place. I'm going to say, okay, what is 6 times 4? Oh man, I forgot what 6 times 4 is. If I don't know that, I go 6 times 1, 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4. That's 24. I'm going to put that in the ones place, and I'm going to regroup. And remember, this is a plus 2. I'm going to regroup the 2 to my tens place. So here's my 24. 4 comes down in the answer, and 2 is regrouped. I move to the tens place. What is 6 times 4? Well, I already know that. I just did that. That's 24. But I have 2 extras to add on up here. So I have to say, okay, this part is 24 plus my 2 extras, 25, 26. So I put down my 6 and I regroup the 2. Remember, that's a plus 2. I move to my hundreds place. My hundreds place is 6 times 6. If I don't know it, I go 6 times 1, 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4, 6 times 5, and 6 times 6 is 36. But I have 2 extra, so I add them on. 37, 38. I'll put down my 8, and I'll regroup my 3, and that's still a plus 3. My last step is to go 6 times 5. Well, I can go 6 times 1, 6 times 2, 6 times 3, 6 times 4, 6 times 5 is 30. Plus I have 3 extra, 31, 32, 33. So I put down my 3 and I also move over. So now I know that 5,644 groups of 6 is the same as 33,864. Now in your Nearpod lesson, you're going to be asked to do several problems like this. I hope that you understood that. Practice it on your own before you begin. You can pause my video, and maybe you want to do something like this. Since we've got our sixes there, this will be a good place for you to stop and practice one on your own. So if you need to pause it, go ahead. And we're going to move on. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to practice the algorithm for a 2-digit number times a 2-digit number. This is something you will see in fourth grade. Okay, you'll have it on your STAR test. So our problem that we're going to do, I'm going to pick kind of a big one. I'm going to say 98. So that's 2 digits. It has ones and tens times 47. That's also a 2-digit number. Other things we could say about them: this is an even number because it ends in an even digit. This is an odd number because it ends in an odd digit. Now, when I think about my multiplication facts here, there's 2 things I have to know now. I have to know my 7s and I have to know my 4s. Again, if you struggle with multiplication, take the time to write the multiples of each of the numbers that you're going to need. And the faster you get at these, the more you'll know your multiplication facts in your head. So if, like I said, if you don't know them, just take the time to write them out. And I've got to not talk too much because I'll lose my place in this. Okay, so now, even though that took me, what, maybe a minute, but I've got everything I need to do my problem, okay? Now, 2 digits times 2 digits means we have 2 steps of multiplication, and then we have a step of putting those two partial products together, okay? So what I have here is I have to do 98 times 7. That's step 1. It goes in my first row. Then I have to do 98 times 40. And yeah, it's not just 98 times 4 because this 4 is in the tens place. The really cool thing is I can think of it like a 4. So I've got to do those 2 steps first. So on this first line, I'm going to use it. I can even cover up. If I had a little piece of paper or something, I could cover up that 4. Okay? And just look at the 7. That's all I need right now. Okay? That's it. So now it becomes just like the problem we did up here. 98 times 7. Oh, 8 times 7. Wow, that's a hard fact. 8 times, or 7 times 1, 7 times 2, 7 times 3, 7 times 4, 7 times 5, 7 times 6, 7 times 7, 7 times 8 is 56. I put down the 6 and regroup the 5. Now remember, that's a plus 5. Okay? Now I haven't finished. I have to do 98 times 7. So I'm going to go like this, 9 times 7 or 7 times 9. Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, there it is, 63. But I have 5 extras up here. So I go 64, 65, 66, 67, 68. Put down my 8, and I regroup the 6 to a new place. Now, really cool thing. Now I'm finished with step 1. Okay, I'm ready to move on to step 2. Now I've already done this 7 and I'm finished with this 5. So I don't want to scribble, but I do want to get rid of them. Now I have the problem of 98 times 40. Well, you guys already did some lessons where you know that anytime you multiply by a multiple of 10, it's going to end in a 0. And then I can just do 98 times 4. Now, easier way to remember that is before I begin multiplying in the tens place, put my space saver down. A little smiley face to save the space, okay? So I have to put that there or my problem will be incorrect, all right? Now, I'm going to do 98 times 4 because that's all I have left to do. I've already taken care of the 0. It's like just like I did before. 8 times 4, well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 32. Put down a 2 and regroup a 3. Next step, 9 times 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 4 is 36. But I have 3 extra up here, so let me add them on. 37, 38, 39. Okay, so now I just put down my 9 and I regroup the 3. I finished all of my multiplication. So here's the last step I must do. This was a piece of the product, or answer to a multiplication problem. This was a piece of the product. I need to put those 2 pieces together to get the complete product. I do that by adding. I'm putting them together. 6 plus 0 is 6. 8 plus 2 is 10. Put down the 0 and regroup the 1. I'm going to go like this. Oh, I can make a 10 here. 10 plus 6 is 16. Put down the 6, regroup the 1, and 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay, now I'm going to go back and put my comma in so that I know exactly what this number is. So I go ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. So my product is 4,606. Why don't you try one? Pause this and you guys write down this problem and do it yourself. Let's make it 53 times 24. Pause it and see if you can figure that out. Now, as you continue through this video, you're going to be working out problems. So keep these notes with you so that you have something to share. Good luck, guys. I wish you all the best with your multiplication.